Hey folks, thanks for joining me here on my YouTube channel, where I'm exploring life free from the shackles of society. Life is a lot more fun over on the wild side. Hey folks, I've been sleeping outside lately because the coyotes and before that the cougars have been harassing my animals. So, this way I can jump up quickly and charge after them with my spotlight and shotgun. Well, by this time I was expecting to be back in the mountains with my pack horses and camping. But there's a big fire out there and all the woods are closed off right now. Also, I found out that my pack saddle doesn't fit. So that's been a bigger issue than I expected. Still working on getting my pack situation figured out. But I can assure you, there are good times ahead. I am going to be getting into the mountains, and I am going to be packing with my horses. Another thing that happens on YouTube that a lot of people are aware of is these bushcraft videos where they say that the guys just go out in their backyard and it looks like it's out in the woods and they camp. Well, let me assure you, this is my backyard, and I just might do some camping here. So I just want to be totally upfront about that. I'm not hiding anything, and, well, as you can see, I'm basically camping all the time, even though I am at home. Since the pack trips are on hold, I thought I'd just show you around the place and some things that I'm up to. All right, here's a headache that I took care of. You might have seen this on a previous video. My little baby goats, they're really precious to me, but nonetheless, they're pretty annoying. So I made this pen where the chickens can get through here, but the goats can't. Seems like a minor thing, but my goodness, that helps me. Over here, we got a wall tent. The purpose of my wall tent is to make a Old West saloon. It was in the early days of those boom towns. A lot of times the buildings would be from wall tents. You might have seen that in that Deadwood TV show. I remember seeing them on there. But also I'm going to do an Airbnb. So if y'all want to come see me, you can just book it through Airbnb. See all that? That's smoke. I've spent all my life not smoking. Even though you saw me smoking a pipe, I hardly ever smoke it, and I barely even smoke it when I do fill it up. And then we get this. Kind of defeats all that healthy living I've been doing. Here's my irrigated field. Now, before I took my break from making YouTube videos, y'all might remember that I had a problem with weeds. I tilled up a whole lot of, well, I tilled up about 12 acres last year, or 10. And then this year I just had a big crop of weeds, and I kind of panicked, to be honest. So I thought about whether to spray them. Obviously, I'm not into that. Could have mowed them. And I thought, you know what? Why mow when it makes great food for goats? So I went out and bought sheep and goats. And then I realized, you know, I'm going to need 100 of these to make an impact on my weeds. So I just kind of dealt with sheep and goats. They were a hassle. And then I finally realized I didn't need to worry about the weeds, because now I've got a lot of grass growing up and some of the weeds have already died. I didn't water them a lot. And then here's a field, here's a stand of some knapweed. But what I've found is there's areas where I've got weeds that I need to deal with, and I might spot spray those next year, because they've come a long way with sprays where they'll just kill the plant you spray on it, and they won't kill the organisms that are in the ground. And that's what really hurts you when you're killing what is living in the soil, because the soil is a whole I don't even know how to say it. There's a ton of microorganisms in the soil keeping it healthy. So when you kill those with harsh sprays, then you got to start all over. But this spray that I've got, I can just spray individual stands or individual plants, and it won't damage the soil. So I'm gonna start doing some of that. But a lot of these weeds are edible. This is plantain. It's edible. There's a clover right there. I think that's a clover. That's definitely a clover, red clover. And lamb's quarter. The gal from the Noxious Weeds Agency or department or whatever it is came out and helped me identify a lot of these. And I have just a ton of them that are edible. And I've done some eating of them, but minimal, because I didn't know what all of them were, and now I know about more. And so I don't want to kill all of these that people call weeds. I just want to kill the ones that are invasive and noxious to the animals. And so I'm pretty excited about it. What I was really panicking about was unnecessary, and it kind of caused me to ruin my summer, because I had to mess with sheep and goats when I could have been up in the hills camping, which was really my goal. So I don't know what to think about this summer. I've learned a lot. In the end, I do have animals that are working out and work for meat and reproduction. So whatever, we all roll with it, right? That's the whole point. Remember Greg, my neighbor Greg? This is Greg. He's a neighbor that knows. Well, I was having a problem with my pump. This sprinkler wasn't running. I could only run 3 off of that pump instead of 4. Well, good old Greg came out and helped me get it going. All right, Greg.
Okay, Richard, enjoy. Get that stuff drying.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. And now a lot of people go out and they build a garage or a shop. Well, my trick is hardly own anything and just get plastic tubs that are waterproof. Then you don't have to build a shop or a garage. Easy living. And then I had to put up all these sticks so that the horses wouldn't get to these, because they think anything that is container shaped has grain in it and they beat it to pieces. So I had to protect them. So something about the way I live, I'm the only person I know of, or that I've seen anyway, who has his horses running totally loose and can get to every part of what I got here going on without being fenced off. Except for, like I just showed you there, the containers are protected. I don't know anybody else who can do that. Like my bed that you just saw, the horses can walk right up to it. They don't, because the dogs sleep with me, and they get jealous of the horses coming around. So it is an interesting way to live, we'll say that. The other day my motorcycle was knocked over on the ground. Fortunately, it's really soft ground, so nothing got hurt on it. Usually that'll cause shifting levers and brake lights to break. But that didn't happen. So that's just how it is. Back in here is where I put my hammock. Woo! Almost slipped. We had a spell of really hot weather, and that was not fun. And so I moved my hammock where I thought I could get shade 24 or all day long, but yet the sun still peeked through there. But at least it was cooler being right over the creek. So that was cool. And then also I could just lay in the creek and then get in my hammock and Then I felt good until I dried off. Hey, what's this? See any eggs in that nest? I can't see it. I'll have to look at the video later. Whew. I think I'll show you the Airbnb spot. It's nice because it's protected from the wind and also protected from the sun. So it's going to be a nice little spot to hang out, stay cool. Base camp for going fishing, hiking, all the enjoyable things to be found in the Yakima Valley. Oh, wineries, breweries, distilleries, if you're into that. I don't drink a whole lot either. Try to be healthy. That's how I stay full of energy. There are houses around and roads. We just heard that motorcycle. That's annoying. So it's not way out. Well, it's way out in the country, but let's just say the human life is coming out here more and more. But that's okay. I got my 45 acres of freedom and irrigation and animals, so we're all pretty happy here. So that's a bit of a tour of what I got going on here. And I wanted to fill you guys in since I'm not back in the mountains yet. But trust me, things are moving forward. So the videos are kind of hit or miss right now. But I'm going to be getting them out more regularly soon. I really am close to getting into the mountains. Hunting season starts soon. Bear is already open, but the woods are closed. Grouse opens September 15th. So I hope to get up there and do some scouting where I live off of trout and grouse. And that'll be exciting videos. And then when deer opens and then elk opens after it. But I'm just kind of on hold to see what happens with this fire and whether we get to go into the mountains or not. If not, I'm probably going to do some practice camp trips right here on my property where I want to do things like camp with my survival packs. I've got 1, 2, 3 level of survival where 1 is just what I've got on me. Now that I got my little revolver, my knife, and my shooting bag. And then second level after that includes like a blanket and a canvas tarp rolled up, carried on me, and you know, stuff that's lightweight that I could do survival trips with and not be super comfortable, but still survive. So I'm looking forward to those. And like I say, I may start doing some gear tests just right here, but I need to be open that it is on my own property, but I'm already camping pretty much as it is. So thanks everybody. Appreciate everybody watching and all the comments. It's a lot of fun. I love getting those comments when people find my channel and they tell me that they're watching every video. Absolutely love that. So I do want to improve the quality, but when people are watching them anyway, I mean, those are the people who really are into what I'm doing, and that's the people that I want to make videos for. So, my roosters, they always got to talk when I'm talking. If I get a phone call, they start talking. All right, I'm not saying anything important now. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to post a song that I did 20 years ago, by the way, country music song that I wrote, and I made a CD, so I'm going to post that pretty soon too, so keep an eye out for that. And everybody have fun, stay safe, and get out in the woods. Adios.